My spiritual thoughts. 2 Corinthians 4, verse 18. While we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. Ephesians 6, verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Today, my focus is at Barkley the Bulldog, spiritual attack. Tabitha and Ray are the proud owners of 3 beautiful bulldogs, Barkley Sylvester, Bama Bartholomew, and Blue Bayou. There has been a string of unfortunate events. To start off the month, Barkley's puppies had passed away. There was a video titled May 12, 2025, giving an update of the litter, and the gentleman was trying to figure out what really happened to cause the pup's demise. Then Tabitha has an automobile accident. She says this is her 4th time, only this time she could have lost her life. Then Blue attacks Barkley. He bit him in 2 places, one of them right near the jugular, piercing his skin. The forces are operating through the animals, causing them not to get along. Blue is usually the laid-back one. When the other 2 are funning around, he does not take part. He leaves from the shenanigans and go relax somewhere. So this is completely out of his character. According to Tabitha, the attack on Barkley came out of nowhere. She also mentioned Barkley has continuous interdigital cysts. He has ear infections, and the bites from Blue may take a long time to heal. So, to give a summary, we have pets dying, all signs of spiritual attack, pets dying, and also the gentleman wasn't quite sure how they even passed away. Car accidents, dogs fighting, and Blue acting out of character. When someone, or even animals I see included, are under spiritual attack, they act out of character. Because of the attack, there was a costly vet bill. Because of the car accident, a new disc, brake, and the whole front end has to be done over, which sounds very expensive, which is more money being put out. That is an attack on their finances. Under spiritual attack, you are constantly putting out money for a problem. Now, these are some questions that I would have. Now, see, the thing is, they're not going to talk about everything. There's things that, they have no idea they're even under spiritual attack. And not knowing that all of these things are tied in together. And please, please, I want to say this. If your dogs are fighting, that doesn't mean they're under spiritual attack. If you have a car accident, it's just all these things that's happening. And look, back to back to back, these things have happened to them. So I would ask, has a rash developed? Any bruising or scratches that has come about out of nowhere? Has acne developed? Real stubborn kind of acne. Like, for instance, a bump underneath the skin that always shows up in the same spot. And not just that, just strange kind of acne. Black faint spots moving across the vision in front of your eyes. Experience hair loss and teeth as well. Not all of your teeth. You may lose one tooth, or, it all depends, but that can happen. Seeing number patterns, having migraine headaches. And then there's some things that make you think you're losing it. For instance, hearing footsteps. No one is around, or you know where everyone is located. Or late at night, hearing kitchen activity, rumbling of the dishes, and no one is in there. Hearing people talking, or hearing your name being called. Appliances continuously breaking down, or something that has you spending money always to get fixed. And with them, it was the car. The car has to get fixed constantly, or waking up tired, getting a full night's rest, but waking up tired, heavy fatigue, experiencing nightmares. And while you're under spiritual attack, you have specific dreams, like flying an airplane, being chased, shot at, back at a former residence or school, being injected with a needle, being at a banquet, falling from heights. Like say you on a building. Well, you know how wild and crazy dreams are. Well, again, like I said, falling from high places, just falling. Being bit by a dog, eating in your dreams, sex in the dream, deceased people, signing documents, to name a few. Also, insects can be indicators of spiritual attack as well. You might experience an infestation of roaches. You might have a clean home. And because people, the first thing, oh, the house is dirty, that's why you got roaches, which is untrue, especially when it comes to a spiritual attack. There can be an infestation. You call the company for someone to come out and clean, exterminate, but you still have that problem. Like if nothing was done at all. It could be ants, moths, just to name a few. Or also watch for the reaction of insects. You're in the kitchen and it might be a fly buzzing around you. You go to the living room, the fly don't follow you, buzzing around. You go to the bedroom, the fly is there. That's when you know something is not right. Or you might smell certain scents that no one else can. Rotten eggs, which also takes on the smell of sulfur or feces. Hear burning or smell fire, smoke. Urine or ammonia. I liken it to like a bee. When you pour honey down, you're going to expect a lot of bees to come around. These are things that are attracted to you. When you're under spiritual attack, these things are going to happen. And one might ask, how does this happen? There are entry points. For one, generational curse. Unfortunately, not too many families come together and talk about different things as far as what happened in their lineages, or maybe they don't even know. Or somebody practicing witchcraft. Or family members in secret societies, Freemason, Eastern Star, etc. And then I was thinking about how Tabitha said people send a lot of gifts. You have to pray over gifts that you're given because you never know what someone's intentions are. And when you accept that gift, you are accepting whatever the intention. And if it's to harm you, cause chaos in your life, that's what's going to happen. And what I would suggest they would do is to For Tabitha to pray over herself, her husband, Blue, Barkley, Bama. Pray over their home, their vehicle. Pray before going on live and do a closing prayer. Prior to going to bed, read the Bible, a few verses or maybe some stories. Just immerse yourself into it and pray. Pray without ceasing, like it said in Thessalonians 5 verse 17. Upon awakening, afternoon, when you leave your home, when you come back, continue to be gracious and show gratitude always. Because that's a spiritual attack. And they may need to go for deliverance. Ray, Tabitha, and the dogs. Bama, Bartholomew, Barkley. Bartholomew is his middle name, but Bama, Barkley, and Blue. Blue doesn't need to go anywhere. He needs to stay right there. Get deliverance and go on from there. And you stay praying and don't stop, because they can get through this. Life is spiritual. Thanks for watching.